Welcome back, haters. Welcome back to the Rocks Revenhart Hate Stone channel. Uh, I'm here today to talk a little bit about what I had to deal with today. And what I had to deal with today was learning what your personality is. Right. So, I learned that I'm an INFP personality type. Whatever the fuck that means, I don't really know. It just means I'm introverted and I see perspective and I'm a thinker and all that junk. Which makes it kind of difficult for me to do one of these sorts of things. Get in front of the camera, talk, and get used to the idea of being a YouTuber. It's what I do. I'm trying to learn to be a YouTuber, so I really want to get in on the game of YouTube, be a YouTuber. I feel like I do have some things to share and say and do, a lot of creativity as far as some of the things I want to do with this channel. The more I get into this, the more practice, the better I should become. Therefore, I'm beginning somewhere. There's a reason why lately I have not been picking up the guitar for these videos, because I want to learn to do this without the crutch of a guitar in my hand to hide behind. I want to be able to talk. I want to be able to learn, grow, and figure out what to do with this channel. As of right now, I do not have a niche. I thought I did, but I kind of want to stray from that and just kind of really focus on my own character, my own personality, before I start getting into the different things I'm into, the different things I'd like to share, the different creative projects I'm working on, the different creative aspects of the channel. I had some ideas, like I wanted to start doing some things involving music, reviewing other people's music, other creative artists and what they're doing, not just music, but if they're filmmakers, if they're musicians, if they're writers, if they got things of that nature that they're putting out, if they're artists of illustration, drawing, painting, any of that, sculptors. I'm a big fan of the arts, so I delve into many myself, so I do want to start exploring other people's creativity and sharing it on this channel. If you can't tell, I do kind of have a dark sense of art. A lot of what I have been into my entire life is a little bit more on the dark side of life, so to speak. Though not to be cliche and fall under goth or metal, because to be honest, I'm a little of both, but I'm not really limited to that. And I hate to be like that. I'm not goth, or I'm not the metalhead, but it is what it is. I like what I like, and you shouldn't be afraid to like what you like. You should be allowed to explore what you like. You should be shunned for what you like, given within certain parameters of what's going on in the world today. Pizzagate, all this other pedophilia type stuff and craziness going on. You should still feel free to explore what you're into. For me, I was usually picked on in school, grade school and all that, about being a wrestling fan. I'm a huge wrestling fan. I'm not over the top. I wouldn't call myself an elitist wrestling fan, but I do enjoy wrestling, particularly the WWE. I've always been a fan since it was WWF. I'm a little bit aged, and I don't want to straight come out and say what my age is. I don't want to define myself based on age, and I'll get into that in later episodes. But as far as following wrestling, it was like a major part of who I am, a major part of my life, a major part of the circle of friends I chose to keep. And for a little while, I became a backyard wrestler into an independent scene wrestler. I never took it pro. I wish I did. I kind of wish I never gave up on that, but who knows? The future is still wide open for me, and I may think about getting back into that idea. I don't know. I quit for a reason, because of injuries, so I don't know if I should really pursue that any further, but man, I do have a passion for it. I do like the business. I love the business side of it. I liked the artistic expression of all the various different characters, the live acting, action style of improv on the spot, the stories being told. To me, that's very important. I really actually like the direction they are taking things these days with Cinematic wrestling events where it's being more filmed like a movie rather than in a wrestling ring. It's in a studio with backgrounds and graveyards or whatnot. To me, that's an idea I had a long time ago that I think that what's really cool about wrestling is you're wrestling in a ring surrounded by people, and that stage is kind of a four-way stage. But to do cinematic style wrestling is to take these same characters, overhype their character, make it supernatural, make it something special, uh, and tell that story with a backdrop kind of familiar, like a stage, like a graveyard or a play, things like that. I think that could be the future of entertainment beyond just wrestling in a ring. I mean, everybody calls it fake, everybody thinks it's fake, but the injuries are real, the stories are real, the things that are going on are kind of fun and real, but not to be taken too seriously as well. Uh, so, again, wrestling was a big part of my life. I like to move on and talk about that in future episodes based on character breakdowns, and I'll get into that later. I really want to explore the various characters, and what I mean by characters is I'm big on the nerdy stuff like Marvel, DC, all the comic book characters and anime characters out there. And that's why wrestling was big on me, because I was like taking comic book characters and making them a little bit more real, a little more real life. Even though it's fantasy, it's still live acted, and I love that. Acting is a big part of my life with all the other arts, so I'd like to explore some more of that. What makes a character do what they do? What motivates them? What is special about this character? Why do certain people be able to pull off a character and other people not? Character swapping, gender swapping, all the craziness going on in the world of comics and movies and film and all that now, with all the woke Me Too's and all that crazy stuff that makes those characters are now, like, for example, making Iron Man a different gender and different race. I'll get into that later on my opinion on all of that, but I will be exploring that kind of stuff. But not just limited to movie, film, and art. The other art, like I said, is music that I'm really big on. And in future episodes of what I plan on doing is I am going to be interviewing some bands or reviewing bands, whatever I can get my hands on for that video. If it's like right now I'm putting together a video on a band that I'm really getting behind lately, so they're going to be my first video where I do a band review and maybe hopefully interview as a follow-up or something like that. But I just kind of want to take and break down some music videos that are out there, take down and kind of give my input on the bands that are out right now that I've discovered, and hopefully I can discover more through this process, so hopefully I can share more through this process. But a lot of what makes a band interesting to me isn't just the music they're putting out, it's those characters on that stage telling their story through music. And I tend to gravitate more towards the bands that are designed through a concept, a gimmick, and I'll give more example of those in future videos too. And my little friend JJ in the corner here, if you can see him, he's kind of waiting to tell some of his input on what he thinks about some of these bands and some of these characters and some of the art out there as well. My counterpart over here, he is going to give a little bit more of a comedic take on some of these things, so stay tuned for some of that. A lot of what this channel is going to be about, I'm still working on. If I like the idea, cool. If I don't, I'll scrap it, and I'm still just kind of letting you guys discover who I am, because I do have some things to share. Being comfortable in front of the camera, discovering my own personality and my own character for you guys to learn about is very important to me. And it's something I want to learn about you as well, and help you people discover, if you haven't already, what you are as a character. So with that, to help promote this channel, I am running a promotion right now that is taking advantage of my ability to draw and illustrate people. So I'm offering to illustrate your selfies, my favorite selfie or a selfie you direct me to of yours, just to get myself a little more drawing practice as well as promote the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and prove it to me through a screen capture or something like that, I will indefinitely draw a picture of one of your images and submit it to you, the end product, and maybe even give a shout out in the following video of the picture and its closeness to your likeness as possible. I would like to thank you for watching this far into this video. Again, this was kind of just a weird intro-y type video. I didn't really go deep into any of the specific topics. Maybe a little bit heavy on the wrestling, but get used to that. It's not going to be a wrestling review channel, don't worry. There's plenty of those out there. It might be a little bit of my take on something, but it's the same thing as a movie. My interest in movies, my interest in music, art, all that. So book reviews, any of that in the fantasy, horror, science fiction, realm of things. I didn't take the time to even get myself ready for this video today. I just wanted to jump in instead of blowing it off. I normally would just be like, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. Next thing I know, tomorrow's come and I have not gotten there. If you notice, these videos have been coming out fewer and far between, and now I'm starting to kind of pump them out. It's because I've decided in order to get these out, you just got to jump right in. And I didn't get nothing on my face. I didn't put the eyeliner and the eyeshadow and the stuff like that to get myself prepped, because I've had a kind of a busier day today, so I didn't want to just hold off making this video in order to get that accomplished so I look right in front of the camera. And that's part of what I'm exploring in this. Bring your character to the camera. I do believe you should bring your best every time, and this is kind of a failure of that experiment. But also I believe you need to jump off and get something done, or else you'll just keep procrastinating and putting it off. Thank you for watching. Look forward to the next video. I'll go into further detail on some of the stuff I'm interested in. It might be random, it might be specific. I don't really know yet, as I am still discovering who I am and what I'm doing on this channel. But I am Rox Revenhart. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Please share if you can. Smash the bell if you want to get more and more intimate with my videos. I do have Patreon, but I'm not working on that. I'll go into that once we get further along with this. Forgive me if I do stutter. It's what I am, it's what I do, and I'll explore maybe that aspect of me at some point. Thank you for watching. Until next time, see you later, haters.